Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Andini, and in this video I will explain the key differences between assessment, testing, and evaluation. To start things off, let's look at the definition of these three terms. To set the stage, let's clarify what each term actually means. Assessment is a systematic process for collecting, analyzing, and interpreting information about students' abilities, knowledge, skills, and attitude. Testing is a formal, systematic method or tools like an exam used to measure a person's ability under certain conditions. And evaluation is the process of making decisions or judgments based on the result of assessment and testing to see if educational goals are met. Moving on, let's look at the characteristics to categorize how each one functions. Assessment is continuous, happens during the learning process, and isn't always formal test. Testing, however, uses special instruments, happens at specific times, and always produces a score. Evaluation is data-driven, comprehensive, and focused on the big picture decision like graduation. Now, let's classify them into their types to see them in action. We have formative assessment and summative assessment. As for testing, in including placement tests for labeling, achievement tests for outcome, proficiency testing like TOEFL, and diagnosis tests to find weakness. You might ask, what is the purpose behind of all this? Let me explain about intention. The goal of assessment is to monitor students' development and improve the learning process along the way. Meanwhile, the goal of evaluation is to determine final grades, assess if the teaching was effective, and decide on graduation. To put this into perspective, let me demonstrate with an example from a speaking class. Think of it this way. The lecturer observing students while they practice in assessment. The students taking a formal speaking exam in testing. Finally, the grade and lecturer give based on those results in evaluation. To bring everything together, let's summarize. In conclusion, assessment, testing, and evaluation are inseparable. They are essential parts of language learning because they help teachers measure abilities accurately and provide the feedback students really need. Okay, now I will answer the question that the lecturer already given. On activity 1, identifying assessment, testing, and evaluation. In a language learning scenario, the differences are identified as follows. First, assessment. The lecturer observes and monitors students while they are practicing speaking in class. So, if testing, the students take a formal speaking exam conducted at a specific time. In evaluation, the lecturer determines the final grade and graduation status based on the result of the test and ongoing assessment. The second question, or activity 2, examples of each concept. Here are examples for each concept within a learning context. Example of assessment. The lecturer provides feedback during the class discussion. Second, The lecturer observes students' behavior or attitude during the learning process. So, for example of testing, midterm or final exam. Second of example of testing, a TOEFL testing to measure general language proficiency, and a short grammar quiz at the end of a session. So, the last examples of evaluation. The lecturer's decision to assign a final grade, such as A, B, or C, in a student's academic record. The decision to promote or not promote a student to the next learning material based on the achievement of learning indicators. Alright, that's all from me regarding the indication and example of assessment, testing, and evaluation. I hope this explanation helped clarify the concept. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.